welcome once again to another episode of S2E21 Productions presents
J&M Solve the World. I am James.
And I am Matt. And with us tonight in studio, the illustrious Ray Ray!
Hello.
And once, for the first time, the guy that I joined the Marine Corps with, I graduated high school with.
Somebody as dumb as you, right?
The only person to have the only male to have longer hair than me, or as long hair as me, at our high school graduation, my buddy and yours, you'll know him, you'll love him, Jeremy Vaz Harmon!
Pretty all right, man. Pretty all right.
And on the phone, your favorite Italian and mine, all the way straight from Flor A Duh,
Oh, I got
Dwight.
And that is Amore. What's up, gentlemen?
What's going on?
How we doing?
This is pretty.
We're
fucking
good.
Cool.
We're good.
All right.
Jeremy, what's happening, brother?
Nada, man. First time here. First time caller.
Oh man. Well, at least you got the right. At least you got the phone number right.
He's made the mistake and tried calling for some midget hookers.
Hey, I joined this thing about
Asian
midgets
midgets?
on Facebook. That it's kind of cool, man. There's some hot midgets in the world, man. Like,
It's little people.
hey, it would be fun as fuck to date one and make her dress like your kid or something.
Oh, before we get too far into this,
Wow.
gentlemen,
We're gonna get along just fine.
Hey, man. I used to. My ex is like way younger than me.
Right there.
gentlemen,
Do the toast.
salud.
Salud. Salud to our listeners.
Yes. Without all of them, we're nothing.
We would still be doing this shit.
We now, as of this recording right now,
Right now.
we have
Right now.
64 subscribers
Sweet.
on YouTube.
I can't wait to get to 69.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have over 650 streams on Spotify.
Sweet.
Nice.
Dude.
Hey, someday people gonna be like, I knew that motherfucker when he only had 650 streams. You know what I mean? Like,
That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah.
man, I think so too. Like, I've been having these visions, okay, of like good shit, like really good shit happening to a lot of people, man. That, like,
You really gotta talk into the microphone.
I feel like I got a wiener right in my mouth, man. I'm just like, hey, how you doing, fella?
You get pulled away a little more.
I'm just like, hey,
You got
if we could,
you got a
let's
pretty
make-
mouth, boy.
Yeah, let's make this as uncomfortable as possible.
It'll be all right. Just talk into it. Don't.
Hey, but this is what I'm trying to learn, man. You know what I mean? Like, this is the things that the universe has given me, man. For real.
That's right.
Hey, like, it's a subconscious thing that I don't even fucking know I'm doing it, and like, I'm getting knowledge, man. Hey, I learned it in relationships. So like, if you are with somebody, whatever, like, there's only so many parts that you can play. Like, and I got it down to like, I think it was 13 that you're one of these things, right? And if you can step back and see, like, oh fuck, I don't want to be that one in this relationship. You know what I mean? I would rather be somebody else. It's actually quite lonely, to be honest, because nobody sticks around that long.
Well, there's a lot to be said about learning from mistakes, or because you at least know what you don't want to do again.
You know, Sam
yeah.
Kinison said it best. You know what marriage keeps you from doing?
Get married.
yeah.
Exactly. Unless you're Dwight and Kim, or
Yeah, I'm gonna
James
argue
and
that
Ann, because you guys are happily.
That's crazy cool.
Just so Jeremy knows, I mean, Kim and I actually, and I believe James, you might fall into this category as well. But her and I had a previous practice marriage.
Oh yeah.
Man, me too.
I had two of them.
Yeah, I was about to say James didn't get the practice down right.
Yeah.
So
You really like giving your shit away. All right, listen,
Well, I ended up buying the cow twice when I was getting it for free, and then I had to trade it in,
Now,
I hear
to
ya,
be
I hear
fair, literally the first practice marriage was a cow. Every time Chris and I and Vez went over to James's house, she always had her caboodle out putting on makeup.
Hey, who you talking
This
about?
this is his first wife.
Hey, man, I remember her.
Yeah. 9 o'clock at night, we're over there to get fucking hammered, and she's putting on makeup.
Hey, man, it was such a fun time, dude. Like, I'm not lying. Like,
I remember when Jeremy got his first camcorder experience was in the upstairs when we were like play jamming at the time. Remember that?
I remember that
Yep.
shit.
And then Jeremy, he's like, yeah, and here's where James and his old lady do it, taking a video of our bed and shit.
We were upstairs. We were play jamming to "Everything About You" by Ugly Kid Joe.
We fell in a mirror.
Vez picks me up like Ozzy's picking up Randy. We fall into a full-length mirror that bows.
Not
it was,
breaks.
it was
It
one of them,
doesn't
it was
break.
one of them plastic mirrors, thank God.
Oh my god! And then
Sometimes I think about that shit and I'm like, did that really happen? So
And then
it's
he
so
just
fucking cool
stops.
to talk to you guys, man.
then he just stops and he's like, I didn't do it.
Hey, we did some of the funnest, dumbest shit, dude.
Yeah,
Jeremy is actually the 5th member of Blindside,
he was.
even though he never played a note.
I did
Nope.
lights.
Never
once or
sang a
twice.
note.
I would blind the shit out of you, too.
He was our video guy.
I was
The
bad at
first
it.
few shows. He was awesome.
Dude, I didn't know I was sitting with a,
A star.
3/5
A star,
of Blindside.
you know.
I mean,
Yeah.
now granted, the show
who knew?
It was so fun,
Vez
dude.
was shooting more asses than he was us, but
It was
I mean,
so
I
fun,
don't
man.
blame him on that.
You're welcome.
Hey, I'm talking fun, man.
except one of them was my sister.
Remember when I stole that sign and spelled Cully's wrong?
Oh my god!
Who was also my ex-wife.
Yeah,
Not at the time.
no. No, wait, no. You guys
No?
had,
Who
yeah,
knew?
you guys had already been divorced.
Oh, that's right. Yes, that's right. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
I'll never forget the bathroom at that house.
The
Man.
divorce, man. Divorce is so expensive, man, but it's
So
worth it
fucking
'cause
worth it.
works.
Yes, dude.
Oh,
It's
every
worth it.
fucking penny.
Oh my God! Hey, I seen my ex today and was just like, "Thank you, Lord, man. For, I could still be there, man. I could still be there. Holy fuck, man."
Well, I've never been down that road or
Well,
the
we
other
know
road.
we know why, Ray Ray.
And there's no need to do that, Hey,
No need to, but I want to, and I've got control.
and you do what you got to do,
I always do.
Yeah, I got
Yes,
a
sir.
question for Jeremy, kind of off the subject though. So you guys came out of high school. You went to Corps together, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
Couple more San Diego boys. All due respect. And that's all good and
absolutely,
everything.
absolutely.
So now
Parasite
you
fag.
weren't.
What?
Oh wow! All right, we'll figure that out in person.
They say we
So-
got sunglasses. Remember?
You weren't out in radio school with us, man. So what
No.
was the MLS, man?
I was ammo tech at 2311, and hey, when I went to boot camp, right, like I got a bonus, and I know like later on it wasn't a big deal, but at the time it was a big deal, right? But part of that bonus
Yeah.
meant like I was supposed to be a dog handler, like for MPs. It's what I thought
Yeah.
until the day I graduated boot camp, man. And when they did that contract, it was like
Uncle,
choice
Uncle
of,
Sam jammed you like you did all of us. But
they had one
I'm
of
a
three
fat-
things. It was ammo tech, cook, or MP dog handler, and.
Don't go
Thank
cook,
God I didn't get cooked, man, because
right?
my stepdad was a cook, and hey, man, he's kind of a scumbag. You know what I mean? Like, for real. Like, he was like, so I was like, I didn't want to be like him, you know what I mean? But not knocking cooks, man, because they always PT'd real good. Like, they were like bodybuilders and shit, because they had, like, their schedule made it where they
They
could
got a lot of
lift.
free time.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I don't want to sound, because I'll fucking end up 1,000 cooks in the Marine Corps, like, hey, man, fuck your mom. You know, and I was like, oh, shit. You know, so I'm not trying to offend the cooks out there, but, you know, fucking.
Yeah, without them,
You know,
didn't
they
eat.
were
P1, you know what I mean?
they were right over there with the, they were right up there respect wise with the guys in the band. So
Hey.
I mean, what are you gonna do?
It was
But listen,
like-
hey,
Go ahead.
I'm I'm a fag for being on the East Coast, and obviously you just admitted you're a sellout. So hey, man, we're gonna be fine.
Hey. Really?
Take that.
Hey, man. Whatever it takes. You know what I mean? Like, whatever it takes.
See,
When we do meet, I'll buy the first round, brother. How about that?
I love it, man.
All right, man. Good deal.
you know, when I met Vez in high school, excuse me, we were, I had just joined broadcasting for
That's
Votech.
fun, dude.
And at the time, he was known as Chavez
That's no shit.
because he had the long black hair like Lou Diamond Phillips. Young Guns first came out.
There was no
And-
browner people at the school either. There was like
Yeah.
one other guy that was a Mexican guy, and besides that, I was the darkest complected person
Yeah.
there, man. That's no shit.
Right. And senior year, it got shortened to Chavez. But
Just Fez.
You did
to,
Vez,
yeah, just got shortened to Vez. But then we had our own radio shows, and his show was Chillin' with Chavez.
Hey, my dumbass was like, I'm gonna have a Friday night show. That fucking sucked because everything fun was going on Friday night, man. And I was at the fucking radio station, like, fuck.
Well, you motherfuckers are out
hey.
there cruising and fucking. I'm stuck here.
Dude, we got caught doing so much fucking funny shit at that radio station.
Oh, my God.
Drinking, sex, fucking, hey,
We,
had fun.
I mean, there was the Steam and Stew Hour on Tuesday night with Chris. And then I was jamming Jason Lacey on Saturday nights.
Hey, we took that shit serious too, man.
Fuck yeah, we did. I mean, we had T-shirts made that said the KBFL Keg Squad,
Hey.
the disc jockeys from hell. As a matter of fact, I've got the initials tattooed on my arm that say DJFH.
Monday we would do like our spots, like we had to make
Yeah.
commercials.
Yep.
Dude, they would be so fucking funny, dude. You like, buy Hoover, it sucks. You know, this shit is like just fucking. Imagine you're 16 and making commercials. You know what I mean? It was just like, how about a fart machine? You know, like fucking.
Nice.
I mean, you know, and that's the thing is you know, Vez said it best earlier this evening is it's great to have somebody that was there
Yeah.
to back up your stories. Like he tells people about all this shit in boot camp, and it's like, no, I was there.
It's
I saw it.
fucking believable, but it happened. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like it happened.
And the fact that we graduated high school together, we went to boot camp together, and our last names, like there was one person in between us,
we were right next to each other.
and we were right next to each other, and they put us in the pit together, and they're
Yeah,
like
dude.
trying to talk us into beating the shit out of each other. Do you remember that time he wasn't in school? Yeah, he was off fucking your girlfriend. Negative, drill, sir. Negative, sir. If he wasn't in school, I wasn't in school.
Hey,
So-
the mother's like, until we see blood, you guys ain't coming out. You know what I mean? It was like, oh shit.
shit.
Well, here, let me bite my lip. There you go.
But I mean, you know, it was
It was fucking awesome. You know what I
For-
mean? Like,
for me, and I'll say this in complete 100% seriousness. I couldn't have made it through boot camp without him.
hey, and I was not good. I was not good at it. Like, hey, I got on the initial streak test, the lowest score out of everybody, all right? And this motherfucker has said, if you think you earned the right to get ice cream, get some. And motherfucker, I was getting some ice cream, right? In the middle of chow, he's like, you were dead last. You know what I mean? Like, and then I spit on him. I'm a senior drill instructor when we were running. You get that thick spit when you're running, right? Hey, it was the IST, the initial strength test. So, like, you fucking don't know nothing. I turned to spit, and it was right as he was running by, and I spit right on his fucking leg, man. Staff Sergeant Braun. He was supposed to be like your mother. My mother fucking didn't like me from day one, man. We were Biker Brother 1 and 2 because we had the most tattoos of anybody in boot camp. And Sergeant Vanderbilt was like, where's my Biker Brothers? And that meant we were getting the fuck bit, man. And it sucks dick, dude. Getting bit is hard to explain. Hey,
Okay, so this should be a testament right here of how strong that 13 weeks was.
fuck me, dude.
Because Vez has talked about how many different drugs he's done.
I love him.
Right?
Like,
The
I love
fact
him.
the fact that he remembers drill instructor names.
Right.
Remember
and
when that
he
bitch came and
remembers-
played the saw on like
Oh my
Sunday? He was like, what the fuck are we looking at? You know what I mean? Like,
I mean,
she played a saw. It was like,
yeah. Yeah. And I mean, so that's a testament right now to our tens of listeners. You can do all the drugs in the fucking world you want to do, but you spend 13 weeks in fucking boot camp.
You remember that?
You're
shit.
remembering shit.
Do you remember when we got
man.
to blouse our boots?
Shit, that first 36 hours, man. That first 36 hours, like all that shit leaves your mind. Getting high, fucking pussy, all everything. Like you're just like, I just want to live at this point.
We were at SeaWorld, right? And so every Friday night there was like a mad fireworks show, and you would be on Firewatch looking out the window, and you would be like, right now somebody's fucking, and it's not me. You know what I mean?
There
sucked.
There was a porch light that you could see on Firewatch. You're looking out at the mountain of San Diego, away from the ocean, and there was a blue porch light. Amongst all this sea of black, you see this blue porch light.
It was beautiful out there, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. And it's like, I bet that motherfucker's getting laid right now. Fuck!
Yep.
Oh, God, these taste like shit.
Well, maybe he was getting laid in a different way than
Hey,
traditional sense, you know?
They were in shit, though. You're like, these are mushrooms that come out of
That tastes
shit.
like shit.
Hey.
Yeah, and then the fact that talking about CACs and
Hey, man.
all that shit up in 29 Palms, it's just, you know, it.
Hey, do you remember taking MREs and you could break them apart and put them in a Gatorade and then piss in them and shut it and throw it in somebody's tent and it would explode and stink like fuck, man, because those piss bombs. Dude, we had like a formation like, stop throwing piss bombs everywhere. You're going off all the fucking time, man. Pop, pop, pop.
I remember coming home when we got out and Vez had some serious shit going on and we're sitting there shooting Jack and Vez is like, where's the mom? Where's the mom? He's chasing Jack Daniels with fucking milk and magnesium.
Oh, God.
Because you had an ulcer or some shit going on.
Hey, that night I caught the jam room on fire with that girl because, hey, she wanted a candle and we were doing it. It's like, fuck, here's a candle. I put it in a whiskey bottle and then we were doing it.
No.
I knocked it over and caught all the fucking paper on the like all the posters.
That wasn't the jam room. That was
Upstairs at Spoo's house.
upstairs at Spoo's duplex.
Yes, when we were coming home and leave. Hey, it was.
And you earned your Red Wings that night, too.
Hey, that was the girl that Leanne worked with, right? And
Right.
hey, like. That shit was every fucking where, dude. Like on my socks. You know what I mean? Like I was like, how the fuck did you get blood on my socks?
That was a
They-
151 night.
They left bloody fucking wash rag in the fucking sink.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a 151 night.
Yep.
And a couple of nights later, Chris and Leanne, I guess, got into it, and Vez is curled up behind Chris's tire
I remember
of
that.
his car. Like,
like, that's
don't
my
leave,
fault,
man, don't.
Hey, when I remember like when I first got to the Marines, I went over there, right? So like, I go and I had a toothbrush in Spoo's bathroom in the thing, right? And I open the drawer and I'm like, Spoo, man, Leanne's anal beads are on my toothbrush. And he goes, those aren't Leanne's. And I was like, oh fuck, man.
Oh, God.
See, he should have been here tonight to defend himself.
Oh, my God. Well, okay, to be fair, he had graduation last night, and they had stuff going on for his boy, and I mean, completely understand. But
still.
I do have a message to pass on to Mr. Vez. You need to get your crazy ass up here more often.
I do, man. Hey, like,
Tulsa's a long fucking ways away.
hey, man, and
I know.
It's 4 fucking hours.
It's weird there too, dude. It's weird there. Like it's cool, but it's just not here. You know what I mean? Like, cause it's hard to explain, man. It's like it's a different
You're right,
world.
Andy.
It's a conundrum.
It's definitely that. Do you guys remember that TV show about the superheroes or whatever? The fucking Watchmen. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And those like squippy. Sometimes I'm like, it's really like that there. You know what I mean? Like fucking. I'm like, that's about right. You know what I mean? Like it's
Right.
about right.
Oh God. So, let's see here. You went to the Tulsa School of Welding.
Yeah, way back when, like a long
Yeah.
time ago, when it was It used to be on Southwest Boulevard, right by the Goodwill. Hey, I knew right away that this was gonna be a good thing because everybody did drugs. I mean, everybody. I was just like, holy fuck, man. As every job I ever had, it was right out the gate. They're like, you can either go eat lunch or smoke lunch, and I was like, I'm smoking, bro. You know what I mean? Hey, I was thinking about the other day, right? When I was in Okinawa, okay? Like, when you first get there, I was there a year, and you get stuck in all this shitty stuff, dude. Like, mess duty there was no joke. It sucks so bad. It was 3 months, and it was like 2 a.m. to like 2 p.m., and it was 7 days a week, right? It was a bitch. So I get stuck on that because I'm a newbie, right? And then a typhoon comes, okay? And like, you know how, and the only difference in a hurricane and a typhoon is that a typhoon is in the Pacific Ocean, a hurricane is in the Atlantic Ocean, right? So Okinawans guard the ammo dump until there's a typhoon, right? And then it goes by colors. So it goes to like red, and then that means everybody runs to the PX and buys all the beer and then butane. That way you can huff butane and drink beer. And then when it goes to black, you're stuck in the barracks, right? Unless you're a fucking new guy and you get put on guard duty, right? So these motherfuckers come and get me, and I swear to God, take me to a gazebo, okay? And it's fucking a hurricane, piss and rain. And you know those big fat ropes like the Navy has? They tie it around me, and it's tied to a fucking tree, and they leave me there all fucking night long. And it's fucking a hurricane, like pissing, right? And there's no like front window in this gazebo, and I'm just like, what the fuck? This is fucking not right? This is not normal. And I don't know if it was the eye of the hurricane or the end of it, I can't remember, but right as sun's coming up, man, it clears, and the reason they had me tied to that rope is I'm on the edge of a fucking cliff, and if I'd have walked, I'd have walked off the fucking cliff, so they had me tied so I wouldn't go over and die. But it's at the edge of the ocean, and the sun's coming up, dude. It was so fucking beautiful, right? Like, I, right there on guard duty, pulled my dick out and beat off, okay? And busted a nut. And I swear to you, didn't think of sex once. It was just, Mother Nature was so fucking beautiful. I really nutted to nothing. I was just like, I feel like oneness. You know, I was like, I get this Buddhist shit, right? It's fucking, hey, to this day, I'm like, that's the best nut of my life. You know what I mean?
I am wiping a tear away right now because that is such a beautiful story.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's when I die, I hope it's I'm like, oh, that's what I'm gonna be going over my mind is that, dude. I'm like, I beat off to the sunrise. You know, like fucking.
Oh my God.
That's just because you were happy to still be alive after being in the hurricane.
When I got back, my roommate opened the door. He said, "You got the 1,000-yard stare."
But you've got me beat on abstract things. No
Hey,
pun
man.
intended. Brother, God bless you, man. Fuck. You are the king.
All hail.
Hey, I tell
All
everybody,
hail.
my head's like a fucking. Imagine all this shit in a funnel, and you got like one little opening, and all this shit going around at once, and little shit just hops out. You know, like fucking like.
You know what? I think in tribute to that, I believe we all owe this man a shot.
I love this idea, man.
I mean, you know, this is a new segment that we're going to start here.
Oh.
We are going to try
Eating off to abstract things?
an alcohol that we have never had.
I know what you should name that segment.
Oh shit!
We like to get fucked up and do fucked up shit.
Shit.
Drop the cork over there.
I bet you do, Goober.
That reminds me of that Rob Zombie song.
That's exactly right, man.
Oh, man.
Hey, that was
I
one
like
of
to
the
get
best fucking
fucked up
movies,
and
dude.
get fucked up
I bet
too.
you do.
Oh, it's actually G over.
It's Jerry over.
Nice, bro. Nice.
Tiny fucked a stump.
You want one? All right, so what we're drinking here, Dwight,
It's pretty good.
That's a
Yes,
big
sir.
one too.
is it's called
That's
the
what she
Devil's. It's called the Devil's Devil, and
pretty
it's
good.
by American Outlaw Spirits, better known for Jesse James, American Outlaw Bourbon.
It does look like some of you are getting a saloon, like, biting the cork out of.
There you
Now
go.
this stuff is think Fireball, okay?
That's the only thing I got to slam back. So okay.
Okay,
That'll work.
think Fireball. Now think
Come to.
hotter.
So we're gonna do like a test and a review, or we're just gonna slam it.
It's like
You know what?
What's
I think we do a test.
What's that shit that's $5 tequila?
Which one?
They're like the one that they always talk about. Fuck, I can't remember. It's
Like
like
Sammy,
that. Of,
that's Sammy shit,
like-
right?
it's like that of Fireball. You know what I mean? Like the high-end Fireball is what it tastes like. You know what I mean? Like if you a Dom
okay.
Perignon of Fireball, maybe.
There we go.
You know
All
what I mean?
right.
So,
Salud.
Salud.
So, eating off to the sun and rise.
Beat off the sun.
All right.
The test.
Ah, yum yum.
That's a pretty good drink, man.
Oh,
Okay.
I did it wrong apparently.
My
no, you're
No,
good.
you're fine.
You're good.
my official.
You didn't aspirate, so you did not do it wrong.
Hey
My,
man, true story. My brother died from that.
Shit, for real? I'm sorry, dude.
Yeah, I did. Hey, he like drowned in his own vomit.
My initial
Goddamn.
my initial
Right,
taste
man, it was
is
fucking wah, wah, wah.
my initial taste is definitely a Fireball type flavor cinnamon whiskey.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's got more bite. It's
Yeah.
it's not bad.
Now,
No.
what's the alcohol content of it? Is it the same
It's-
alcohol content?
Yeah, I'm sure it's the same.
Hang on.
Well,
Hang
we'll
on.
find out here.
Like 35 or whatever the fuck it is.
But it's kind of it's almost like if you took the Jesse James honey.
I can't read it. I don't have my glasses.
It's almost like if you took the Jesse James honey and added cinnamon to it.
It tastes
Yeah,
like
you
that
can't
wild
buy-
honey, that hallucinogen shit.
Yeah.
I haven't found that down here yet, the Jesse James. I've been looking for it, man. I mean, you know,
That's
you can still buy Jack Daniels down
this
here,
is
but
only-
I don't like to dress up. So
This is only alcohol content is 33% by volume, 66 proof.
Well, there you
So-
close
go.
enough.
And cinnamon is spelled with an S.
For real? Cinnamon. Oh, I knew her once.
Hashtag
I was
horns
gonna
up.
say, good. James, we might have done the same hooker.
Well, we might have.
She was an escort, not a hooker.
Oh, so it was a lot of money. Okay, I got you. $500 versus $20. Okay, gotcha.
Hey, when
Hey.
150 at
Wait,
least.
when I got married, I had my bachelor party like the day before my wedding, all right? Because I was like, hey, fuck it, let's do it that way. And my stepbrother hooked up with this stripper named Mocha, all right? And she was really dark black, okay? And the next day, he brought her to my wedding, still in her stripper clothes, man, and she had like a fucking 4-week-old baby.
Oh, shit.
Hey, so that's what 90% of my wedding pictures are. Because I told him, I was like, take a shit ton of pictures of that because he's going to fucking have to owe me, man. Hey,
Yeah, that's a debt, dude. That's a
hey,
debt.
it gets better, man. He fucking, and when he was, this is my stepbrother, okay? When he was in high school, okay? This is so fucking funny and fucked up and all at once. He lost a zucchini in his butt, and he was a minor.
jeez.
He was a minor. So, hey, my stepmom had to go to the hospital, right? Because he was a minor, right? So she comes home, and she's got an X-ray of a zucchini in his butt, and she's like, "Look at that limp biscuit he got right there, man." Talking about how little his dick is, right? And I'm just like, "You can't get any more worse than this, Sean." I was like, "This is the most horrific thing that I could imagine."
Wait a second.
Wait a second.
Hey,
Wait a
lost a
second.
zucchini in his butt.
No. I'm talking about your stepmom. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but we did a senior float trip,
Hey,
and your dad gave.
different stepmom.
Oh, different
Yeah,
stepmom.
different stepmom, man. Hey,
So his dad gives him a double-headed dildo
we capsized.
to fucking hang out the boat into the water, and
We jumped over and it floated away.
come to find out it was his stepmom's fucking double-headed dildo.
Hey, man, that was Debbie. She fucking fucked.
I
She
wanna-
was
I wa-
fucking crazy,
I
man.
want
Like,
to know who she was sharing that with because it's double-headed.
hey,
Her butthole.
she's the reason why I don't like women with pantyhose, man. Because she would put us outside in the summertime, right, and give us a bologna sandwich with just ketchup on it. Do you know how fucked up that is, dude?
That's fucked up.
And then you would have to go to the door and you get it. You look up and she had just pantyhose on, so you would see like her vajayjay with fucking when you got your sandwich. And to this day, I'm just like, fuck pantyhose, dude. They're like, I got no. I'm just like, fuck them, man.
So you're debating on whether you wanted the bologna sandwich or the roast beef sandwich.
Hey, the bologna sandwich was.
I'm just asking. I'm asking.
dude, you went
I'm
there.
asking.
Hey, that roast beef thing.
Ray, somebody had you.
So, speaking of roast beef, let me tell you this story.
I got one on that too.
Let me tell you this story about this time in high school. Fez decides he's going to come over to my house, and he's going to have sex with his girlfriend. His on again, off again girlfriend that he has a love-hate relationship this day.
I had kids with her.
And
Oh, dude.
he decides he's going to rub his fingers underneath my pillow. I about fucking gag.
Good morning.
Oh, dude.
I was like fingering her, man. So
That
I was
ain't
like
right.
stinky pussy all over his
That
fucking
ain't right at all.
Hey, man.
I mean-
And didn't say a word.
And then he brings it up tonight by talking about my coffin-shaped bed.
Hey, it was the coolest bed in the fucking world, dude.
I
Hey,
mean-
that bed was cool.
Yeah, it was. I'm not
Hey.
gonna lie, but
Hey, I miss those times, man. That was so fucking fun, dude. That was before, like, before. Oh yeah, I'm in it in spirit, but I did it wrong. Like, hey, before life got to fucking me up, man. Like, we're like, you know what I mean? We were friends,
case of that
and
shit.
everything else came in between. It was so cool. Hey, you remember when I fucked my boss from the old folks' home?
I tell you what,
The hell?
I did, man.
I tell you what, between Vez
I
and
don't know
I,
if I need to be in the same room with you.
Hey,
I mean,
it was
come on,
Jason
dude.
Hicks' older sister.
yeah. Now I don't
How
know.
about that,
Now, here's the thing, Andy.
Anyway,
Between Vez and I,
I'm just gonna be quiet now. I'm sorry. I'm bad.
between
Hey.
the amount of women
And
between him and I
there's been a lot.
in Buffalo, I am surprised there's not more children
Me too.
that
too.
look like us.
Hey, dude, remember all them panties I had from my rearview mirror? Because I was just like, hey, man, let me get them panties, girl. Like, I
I mean, Chris wasn't in on it because he was a one-woman man, and he dated like
yeah,
long term.
He was the only one that was that way because
Yeah.
we were like, fuck that, man, this is nice. Like,
I mean,
all
we were.
those girls, them dudes would have like, I want to
remember-
marry you. And we were like, hey, I just want to hang out tonight. And they're like,
Yeah.
all right. You know?
Yeah.
I
Hey,
do, I
man,
do remember ham pussy.
Hey. Dude, the names we came up with chicks, man. You know what I mean? Like fucking
Snaggletooth.
remember
No,
Old
no,
Faithful?
no, not Snaggletooth. Well, I remember that one too.
Yeah.
But
Remember that
one
one
of the
chick-
long terms, ham and pussy.
Yes.
Hey, we did some crazy shit, dude. Some crazy shit. Hey, but never nothing mean, you know what I mean? Like, we were never, it was just life unfolding, you know what I mean? Like, it was so fun. It was so fucking
Did you work
fun.
at Sonic too?
No, but I went there all the time. I had a
Yeah.
burger. I had like it was onions
'Cause
and
I
mayonnaise.
remember Chris talking about you guys would mark your visors. You had a running count of car hops.
Now, Vez had.
It was,
He
I was
had.
always broke.
So, thoughts like he has now. Like, stuff that makes you think.
Uh-huh.
Our favorite place to drink, if it wasn't at my apartment,
Sunrise.
was at this place out on a gravel road called Sunrise. And he used to go out there and watch the sunrise.
Hey, fucked up too, boy.
And it was like
Pantera.
beautiful.
It
And-
was, dude. Those were so
did you-
good moments, man.
Did you jerk off to it?
No, it was,
No.
It was before I even really got into how good beating off could be. You know what I mean? Like, for real. Like, hey, in the Marine Corps, you'd be like, I think I can beat up 8 times today. And the other dude be like, I bet I'll do 10. And like, you're on, motherfucker. You know what I mean? Hey, when we got there, you're there a year, right? And you know you have olive drab socks, right? So it's called your jerk sock, right? And you try to come in the same sock for a year and not wash it. And whoever's got the crustiest jerk sock, hey, awesome. But Mama San would wash your jerk sock on accident because you'd pay her like $20 a month and she'd do your laundry. And dude, you'd have to start the fuck over. You're like, God damn it, Mama San, wash my jerk sock.
So, my buddy Wayne and Dwight, you'll get to meet him in November.
I can't wait.
When we were in Afghanistan, he had a fleshlight. He filled that motherfucker up right before we left Afghanistan.
Hey,
Screwed the top on it, threw it over the wall to the Afghan National Security.
That's a dick. That's a dick, man. Hey, in Okinawa we had the rooms.
Wait. We had a room inspection, and one of the lieutenants walked in there and was like checking his shit, and reaches under the table, under his bed. Now, Wayne had a half Marshall stack in his barracks room with fucking guitars and shit. Reaches under his bed, pulls out this light, this quote unquote flashlight that he thinks, unscrews the top, and Wayne had just fucking dropped a nice fat, like steaming hot load in there, and just spewed all over the lieutenant's hand, and he's like, bleh.
Oh my god! Hey, that dude would be fucking in deep shit, dude.
But I mean, what are you gonna do?
Yeah,
you've got his nut on your fucking hands,
God,
man.
dude, I ain't fucking...
Oh,
How do you
and
like holding them dead babies?
yeah.
Hey,
Just so you know, Dwight,
Ball of
Friday
fury.
night before the show, we are taking a ceremonial black tooth.
Fuck yeah, I think that wouldn't be wrong not to.
I have no idea what you're talking about now.
The black tooth grin.
Hey, I'll smile that. I'm getting a
It's,
gold tooth in a
It's
week.
a double shot of crown with a little bit of Coke.
With a splash of Coke for coloring.
Just for color.
That's crazy.
And we call it a
Or-
black
or-
tooth.
Is that not also the 7 and 7 though? You could do it 7 to 7 as well.
You
right?
could, or
Could.
Jaeger.
Yeah. Okay.
Jaeger and Coke. But
No,
it-
no. I
We're
think we have
basically
to, you know?
basically taking a double shot of whiskey before we go see Pantera.
That's pretty cool.
No, no,
How is
I
that
don't
gonna
really-
be though?
well,
I'm really hoping they give them a fucking. I really hope they give them a lot of like extra time, man. Because like, I really hope they give them extra time. You know, I mean,
yeah.
shit. I
Well,
wanted to go.
they're-
I wanted to go to Daytona, man. But you know, with the way the weather is down here and shit, and it's like man, I don't know,
November-
you know, plus, we're going in November, so
Yeah,
like, whatever.
they're offering backstage. Chance to go backstage to meet the band.
How is it Pantera though?
Well, it's Zach Wild on
Tribute.
guitar
Yeah,
and Charlie
Tribute.
Benanti on drums.
that's pretty
And,
cool.
and it's a tribute. It's for the brothers, for the fans, for the legacy.
That's pretty cool.
Yep.
That's pretty cool. Hey, I
300
see
Jeremy.
that. Yeah.
Jeremy, I got to tell you, man. When me and Matt had hooked back up, I had told him, you know, I wound up in 1998. I wound up in Poughkeepsie by chance. I was hanging out on Long Island, and by chance met Vinnie Paul. He hooked me up with tickets. So I on that particular night after the show, I got to shake hands with him and Dime.
How cool was that, man? For real, like,
That-
hey, that's
And
fucking.
it was before camera phones and shit, man. So the memory's embedded in my head, dude. But
Isn't it
man,
weird?
I have the autographs. It's right up there next to. It's about 2 spaces over from my Blindside stuff that's autographed because
Hell yeah.
hell yeah, you guys know that.
Dude,
man.
I am telling you, he's got this shrine on his wall of all the bands that he's met with signatures and everything. And right dead square in the middle is fucking the Blindside album.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you,
That's a good album, dude.
It is, man.
it's almost right up there with seeing the sunset after a typhoon tied to a tree in Okinawa, fucking getting hard as shit.
You know what I mean?
only you can't die in my man cave.
I mean,
I don't do cocaine anymore.
anymore. So that means he doesn't do it any
Can't
less,
do any less, right?
but he
Yeah.
doesn't do it
Cocaine's a hell of a
anymore.
drug.
No, not at all.
Hey, here's how
Ever.
big of dickheads my friends are, right? When my son, I'm trying to think of names, right? And so these motherfuckers are like, how about Dylan Coke? And I'm like, or Wade Graham. I'm like, you guys are fucking dicks, man. It's my son. I like him. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want him to fuck. I'm just like,
It's a good thing it wasn't a daughter that'd say
yeah,
Sharon Peters
yeah,
or something.
They were, how about Candy Cane? You know what I mean? They was like, hey, dude, fucking fuck off. You know what I mean?
Christ,
I'm like, man, you guys are dicks. You know, like, fucking.
What you gonna name your daughter? Sharon Peters?
Fuck, man. That's harsh.
You know what I mean?
Damn.
I don't know what she's gonna do. My mom
Fucking
gave me the
brutal,
best
man.
advice ever. She said, when you name your kid, imagine that you're in in the hospital and you're about to have surgery and they just give you anesthetic, and as you're going out, you hear your doctor's name over the thing saying, "Paging Doctor whoever to operate on you." That's the name you want to give your kid, right? And I was like, that's solid advice, because I don't want Dr. Bo Axe to come fucking operate on me. That's my dad wanted to name me. I'm just like, thank God you got vetoed, Pops, man, because fucking I would be Bo Axe Harmon. Bo Axe. You know what I mean? It's just like,
But that'd be a killer lead guitarist name, though.
Yeah, but I was
Bo
like,
Axe. That'd be fucking.
and my dad liked Conan the Barbarian, right. So that's why I come up with Bo Axe.
Well, if I could go back, and change it, I would have I would have named my son I would have given him the middle name of Empire.
That's a fucking
But that didn't
awesome
pan
name.
out.
That's
Well,
fucking awesome.
his first name is Roman.
Hey, my son Silas.
There you go, Roman Empire. That'd
That's
be.
fucking
Well,
cool as
it's
shit.
not that, but it's
Yeah.
not that. But
No,
I mean,
but
yeah,
that'd
it would
be
have
fucking
been
cool as hell.
cool as shit.
That would have been so awesome. Hey, I was with my kid, right? He's 6, and so I had this pocket knife, and it's it looked like a leaf, and it said signature on it. And at this time, he was like maybe a year and a half, right? And so he's in his car seat. I got like a Jeep truck, and it's this old beat up fucker, but I like it, right? And he's like, "Dad, that's my name on the knife." And I said, "No, son, that's signature. Your name's Silas." I said, "But it was like my mind opened up and heaven opened up and God placed your name in my mind, right?" And my son sat up in his car seat and looked right at me and said, "Wow." And then he sat back down, and I was like, I gotta quit smoking weed in front of this kid so much, man. He's fucking picking up on all my shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Now I don't now not about his name, but my son, when he was about the same age, made a rather disturbing observation. We're in the car one day driving, right? Like you said, he's in the car seat, right? And I was in school at the time, and I got my book in the front seat, and it's labeled, physical therapist assistant. And he's looking at it. He goes, that's something else. I said, what do you mean? He goes, if you just put a space between the E and the R, you're the rapist. I said, that's funny as yeah. I was like, that's funny as shit, dude. I said, but don't be telling that joke at school or church.
No, hell no.
My dad's the rapist. What?
Yeah, right.
hey, man,
Shit.
I was in the Marines with this dude named Spencer Thomas, right? And he was so pretty, right? Like, he was like a Golden Glove boxer, right? And he had the smallest teeth, so we called him baby teeth, right? But he had 2 first names, and he was like a really good-looking guy, right? And he wanted his name to be T-Bone. And so, like, you know how Tupac got Thug Life, right? He got T-Bone, and nobody would call him T-Bone. Well, he got fucked up one night, and I took a Sharpie and changed that shit to the Boner. That stuck, dude. That motherfucker, he was Boner for the rest of the time I knew him, dude. He was so fucking mad, dude. He was fucking pissed. Hey, man. Hey, his roommate, his name was Pine, and he carried crabs for a year because he kept giving them to him. He would take them and, you see, what are you doing? He's like, I'm putting crabs on a toilet seat, man. So fucking Spencer gets them. You know, I'm just like, God damn, dude. How mad are you? You know what I mean? That wasn't the worst, dude. In the room, it's 2-man rooms, and you got like, you share a head, right? So you'd have like your shampoo and shit in there, right? Because it's like a bathtub, right? This fucking dude hated his roommate and would jack off in his shampoo.
Oh, jeez.
For a year, dude, and didn't say. I'm like, that's fucked up, dude. So he'd been washing his hair with your nut for a year, dude, and I'm just like, I watch my shampoo real fucking close now.
That's wrong with
Now,
me.
You know,
I can only compete with that on a very smaller level, man. I spread a nut in a particular part of the bathroom, and the one roommate I had, man, he used to just give me hell all the time. So I just wiped it. I cleaned it up with his towel, dude. But so it was worth one shower. Not like you're saying. You're again. You're the king here.
Oh no,
But
I didn't do it. But I just was really
that motherfucker come out. That motherfucker come out in the shower that night. I'm like, hey man, you look good, dude. And he's like, well, what the fuck is that shit? You some kind of fag or something? I'm like, nah, man, I'm just saying, he look good. You're not
His
ashy.
skin
You're
was
not,
nice.
You know the bad thing
Look
about Jeremy's story. That guy probably had the best hair in the whole division.
Hey, and he did too, man. I'm not even lying.
some Lego snap-on hair, dude.
Hey, and the
slick.
weirdest part was the dude that did it. His last name was Gay, and he got kicked out of the Marines because he got fucked up and was throwing beer bottles off the fucking top of the barracks, man. And they fucking got the ball rolling and tossed his ass out over it. I think he popped on a drug test too.
Wait a second. Didn't you tell us the story that You guys used to sit out of your barracks room and watch fucking drug wars going on
Hey, no, I
in
fucking
North Carolina.
Okay, this is fucked up, right? But it was an accident, okay? I started
Of course it was.
a humongous race like fight, right, on our barracks on accident, completely on accident, dude. I swear to God. Okay, so, Clerks had just come out. You remember the movie Clerks?
Yeah.
Right? Okay, and so Jay and Silent Bob, people walk by, they'd go like, "Hey, what's up, sluts?" Right? I thought it was funny, right? So we're fucking getting drunk outside the barracks, and these 4 black guys get out of a cab, and as they're walking by, I go, "What's up, sluts?" They didn't think it was funny at all, right? So they fucking are the barracks next door, and they come running up the stairwell, and we come going down fighting, right? And it turns into this fucking horrendous thing, like both barracks empty, but it's like white guys against black guys. It's not meant to be. It just unfolded that way, right? And my roommate, his name was Jeff Moore, right? And he's from Boston, and it's fucking hilarious. I went home with the 96 there, and but anyway, he was like beating this guy up, and the dude went back in the barracks and got a pair of scissors and stabbed him in his stomach, right? And his guts were hanging out, right? Like he had to go, dude. We had to go like to a court martial for a murder trial. It was a fucking crazy thing, right? And I accidentally started all of it by saying, "What's up, sluts, dude?"
Oh, jeez.
I had to testify, and I was like, there was no race involved. I swear to God, it was just Jay and Silent Bob. I thought it was funny, dude. Because I didn't lie. I was like, it started a big fight. You know what I mean?
Jeremy, I feel like I feel like we're brothers because you're in there with Matt, and I'm always gonna just be runner up, dude. And I'm okay with that because your stories are awesome, dude.
Hey, man.
We were on the balcony one night, dude, and my buddy had my roommate had a TV. Nobody had TVs, right? Well, my roommate had one, so we had one. And we looked at a couple of the brothers and we're like, "Hey, man, you guys want to watch Martin?" And they're like, "Hell yeah, we want to come there and watch Martin." And we're like, "Well, fuck you guys, we're watching Home Improvement."
Oh,
And there was
Martin was.
and there was no race war after it. We just went inside and watched Home Improvement. So again, very much less impressive. But there was this moment of piss off.
Nobody got
that relates
gutted.
to your story.
Hey, man.
That's all.
Hey,
That's
I
it.
promise you, there's no kind of competing, man. That was a fucking awesome story for real. Like,
Nobody got stabbed. I think we had a taco salad and fucking got drunk or something.
hey, man, I remember being in North Carolina and watching that fucking. Remember the HBO prison show? And where the dude's like, "I have a new guy toss my salad." yeah.
Oz, yes.
You're like, "What the fuck is tossed salad?" He's like, "I put peanut butter in my asshole and make the new guy lick it out." And you're just like, "I'm never going to prison." Like, holy fuck, man. You know, it's just like, fuck
Now,
prison.
I gotta. That's something new for me. Well, not new.
I'm not
new
eating
ingredient.
peanut butter out
It'd
of
be a new.
anybody's asshole, man. I don't give a fuck, dude. I'm just like, hey.
Ray likes syrup.
I draw the line at peanut butter butthole. You know what I mean? I'm just like, hey, man.
Well, that's good because Ray only likes grape jelly.
Hey, man, I've loved every story you told me, bro. All the souls,
Tim's
by the
is
way.
just plain, but it's okay.
Hey, in no way, shape, or form
Oh.
was I trying to overdo your stories either, man. Every story you've told me has been fucking pretty amazing, brother. I'm being serious.
No, brother, that's awesome, man. I'm just like everything you're talking about, though. Like I can relate to it. But it's like
It's cool, man.
it just doesn't sound as good. Like your stories are awesome right now, and like
So,
mine are pretty good.
all right,
but
so-
like
Hey,
not
you're
great.
hey, I know this, man. This is no shit, all right? Like, my shit is, dude, I've been crafting it for a minute now, right? Like, and this is no shit. Like, I'm trying like fuck to be a stand-up comic, okay? And it's way harder than I thought,
You're
right?
onto it.
And but like, don't think in any way that like your stories aren't fuck. And the reason I say this is because, dude, I would have given any time I've been doing this shit if anybody would just said, "Hey, man, I think you got something there, right?" And I'm telling you, brother, you got something there with your stories and the way that you're delivering. I'm not trying to be like stroke your ego or anything like that. I'm just telling you, you can see a talent you got. You know what I mean? And
I appreciate that.
I'm being sincere, like from the heart, for real. Like,
Nobody else on this show is. Oh yeah.
Hey, I was telling Jeremy earlier. He's telling us some stories and everything. He's like, "Man, I'm going out there and I'm trying to be a stand-up," and he said, I'm eating fucking dick every night.
dude, bombing like a motherfucker, dude, everywhere.
And I'm like, you just got to keep doing it. I said, what you're telling us right now is fucking funny. You just got to figure out a way to put it together and do a minute, and then work that into 10 minutes, then work that into 15 minutes, and work that into 30 minutes. And
Dude, I need a manager, man. I'm being serious.
Just life experiences. I mean, is what you're telling us tonight. We're all laughing our fucking asses off.
I think that's the best comedy is the true shit. You know, I mean,
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I've been trying to tell everybody this, man.
I mean, you've watched them old comics back in the 50s and
Richard
60s,
Pryor and
it
shit.
was just joke.
Yeah.
But then came along Lenny Bruce. Then
There
came
you
along
go.
Richard Pryor. Then you get to Eddie Murphy and everybody else.
Sam
And-
Kinison.
Sam Kinison.
Yeah.
Sam Kinison.
And fucking clean comics like Jeff Foxworthy. It's all fucking stories of his
Funny as
family
funny.
and shit,
Yeah, a beaver bit his
And
friend's nipple off.
it's shit that you're sitting there going, I know that relative.
So-
it's just, or I know that person that I work with, or just whatever. It's something that can hit a common place
It's
with
the key.
yeah.
It's showing that, like, I'm fucked up and you're fucked up too, and we can relate. But
Right.
to do it in a way that you don't hurt anybody's feelings is the hard part.
Well,
Because it's real easy to take that quick jab or like the.
that's true. But if you're telling a story like that, you started a race war.
Hey, on accident.
On accident. That is a
Yeah,
funny
that-
fucking
that-
story.
That demands explanation at that point.
Hey.
You have
Right.
now you have to tell the story.
Hey, and
You can be
Explain
you can
yourself.
start the whole bit by like, yeah, when I was in the Marine Corps, I started the race war.
See,
and everybody's like, what? And the people their buttholes start pucking a little bit.
we're about to hate this motherfucker. You know what I mean?
And then you tell the story, and everybody's like, I get it. I fucking get it.
They say when you're doing a room good that when you look out there, half the audience is laughing and half of it is mad as fuck at you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's when you know
Yeah.
you're good.
Yeah.
I think if you're not burning somebody, you're not doing it right.
Right.
So
It's a
Because
fine
the way
line
we
though, man. Because if you can be mean and shit, and you're not gonna get nowhere very long like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because
Right.
hey, everybody's got a fucking cause, a group, a problem, dude. But if you are genuine from your heart and your heart is in a good spot, dude, you be who you be all the time and make that person be good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's got to be everything's okay or nothing's okay.
There you
know
go.
what I'm saying?
I like Rogan's his newest, the newest one. He's got one in the tank getting ready to come out. But the latest one you can find on Netflix, he opens up talking about the election and Hillary Clinton and da-da-da-da-da. And he's like, hey, I'm not against a woman being president. I'm sure she can fuck it up just like we have.
No shit. Hey,
And he goes on and he's like, women wanting equal rights. He goes, hey, I'm with you. He said, I'm a sexist against men.
hey, I
He
love
said,
being
'cause-
sexist.
Because he goes, and all you women are out there bitching about you're not getting equal rights. He goes, you create all the fucking people. There's not a person on this planet that didn't come from a fucking woman.
right.
Hey,
So let me
I'll
tell you
what I work on dementia units, dude, and there's a lot of people on those units with a lot more clarity than somebody that may or may not be in office right now. But enough of politics.
Hey, I'm terrified of
Matt,
getting
you were
dementia.
saying?
I'm terrified of getting that dementia, man. And it's a real concern because, dude, sometimes I'll get so fucked up and not remember shit I said an hour ago. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, oh, fuck, I'm saying it again.
I know what you're saying, Bobby. I'm not
scary.
even sure where we are right now.
So let me tell you this story about fucking Dwight. We're in 29 Palms, and we're
I'm
sitting
just trying to think which story this is.
we're sitting at the main gate.
There's been numerous ones, right?
Yes,
There's a couple.
Dwight's on the payphone with his mom. I don't know what's being said, but all I hear is bobbity boobity, a boobity bobbity, a bobbity boobity, a bobbity boobity, boobity bobbity bobbity boobity.
Salami, pasta.
That's what I'm hearing is ragu, pasta, and he's yelling at his mom, and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck's going on here.
We're real Italians. You didn't hear ragu.
Oh, my bad. My bad. Parmesan. Parmigiano.
Hey, Mrs. Christ.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ. But,
Parmesan,
and
mozzarella.
the the chicks that we were banging at that time.
Okay, yeah.
We had just came back from a hotel in 29 Palms from banging these chicks all weekend long. And Dwight gets into a fight with his mom on the phone.
A fight. It was a conversation.
Hey,
That's how we talk.
That's how you talk.
But that's the thing is all I heard was a bobbity boobity, a boobity bobbity, a bobbity bobbity, boobity bobbity, bobbity bobbity.
What's translated is, Mom, I'll be there for Christmas. I love you too.
Yeah.
It was probably another one. It was probably another one of them conversations, and God bless her. God rest her. I love her. She, but I don't want you to go into a place where you get killed. I'm like, it's kind of the job I fucking have, dude. Like, we knew this.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I wasn't really interested in college at the time. Let's go kill some motherfuckers, man. And then guess what? Never got to kill anybody. Yay!
I think it, but see, now I remember the conversation, and I think it translated to, no, Mom, I'm just fucking her. I'm not bringing her home for Christmas, okay?
I'm not even sure I went into that much detail. I just told her basically, yeah, I'm having fun. Did you meet a nice girl? I met a girl. Is she nice? I met a girl.
Was she nice or is she Italian?
Nah, leave me the fuck alone already. Are you bringing her home? No.
You're not bringing home some Jewish girl, are you?
Oh, God. Oh, my God. And, years later, I wound up doing that. That was wonderful.
No, Ma. Uncle Tony fought her parents, or Uncle Tony fought her grandparents in the Vietnam War, okay?
I'm only banging her because my buddy is getting to bang this other chick that I wish I was banging. Okay? So I'm taking one for the team. Boppity boopity.
I love you, Ma.
Hey, man, driving up here, right?
Man,
so,
I wish she got to meet you, man. You got to talk to her, though, right? Did
No.
you talk to her once or twice? No,
No.
never?
Talking about his mother?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
passed on?
It was right.
Yeah.
It was
That
right.
sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a shit deal, man. It was right on the precipice, though, right around just a little background for Jeremy. I always had it in my mind. You always want to catch up with buddies, right?
Yeah.
And I was and for me, Matt was that guy. I was like, if there's one fucking guy, if I had to choose one guy, and I looked for him over the years, and my wife is like, she's like, fucking Batgirl with the fucking Batcave and shit, right? Like, if I can't find something in 3 minutes, dude, I tell her, a CD, a fucking a piece of information, whatever it is. Like we were talking about it, and she finds him.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
I've been looking for 20 fucking years, man. And she fucking like 2 hours, dude. And she's like, here he is. Is this the guy? And I'm like,
That's pretty cool.
Probably.
He's
I'm
like a little heavier, or you got a beard.
Well, so am I.
Oh,
Yeah, there we
A
go.
whole lot of tattoos.
Hey, do you realize we're 4 skeletons sitting here? Like, think about it, you're talking to 3 skeletons. Isn't that weird? Of course there's muscles and skin there, but we're see what I mean? It's like I'm sitting next to a skeleton. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy, man. Like, I like skulls.
I like him so much, I got one tattooed on me.
Hey, man, this tattoo here. Like, remember that guy with the hot cup of coffee I had tattooed on my arm? I got it covered up, right? And when I went there, I said, bro, I don't want a good deal, and I don't give a fuck what you put on there. I said, I like color and I like skulls. Do whatever the fuck you want. You know what I mean? Dude, and he fucking did a really good job of putting the skull and the spine on there. So that's how I'm doing all my tattoos now. I'm like, I don't give a fuck, put whatever you want there. You know what I mean? Like,
You still got your Iwo Jima tattoo on your ankle?
on my leg.
Yeah.
Hey, Matt.
Yeah.
So me and Kim just got the tattoos, right?
Right.
And I was so happy, dude, because she had a really good experience. And the artist, dude, this chick is fucking phenomenal. I think you've seen the tats, and but Kim, I was so happy because one, she had a good experience, and two, she's like, I get it, why people fucking say when you get one, you got to get another.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm actually going next week to get more ink, so I will. I'll detail you later on that, but yeah, man. So it was fucking cool as shit, dude.
I have an idea. Go ahead.
Plus, you can make the butterfly fly.
Hey, I want to find somebody.
It's a chest tattoo for those of you who are not in the fucking know.
You're gonna make it talking about on you or her?
her.
Hey, that'd be cool. I mean, like, it's like titties make always look good.
Hey, Jeremy,
Yeah.
she can make it fly. I can try to shoot it down.
Hey, there you go, man.
Bada boom.
Bada bing. Hey.
Hey, so I got this idea, all right? Like, I want to find somebody. Charlene, Chuck, give me the idea, right? I got two ideas.
You know she's a tattoo artist, right?
That's okay. So, like,
Okay.
I got these, 10 things to be successful in life that I've come up with, right? And I haven't got all of them yet, but I've gotten 5 so far, right? One of them is to get YouTube with no commercials, right? Then the second one was a grill, and I'm getting a gold tooth, so bam, I got that one, right? And then I come up with this idea, right? I'm gonna have her tattoo this whole entire leg, the Empire State Building, and King Kong climbing up it, right? And then this whole entire leg, Godzilla with his head here, and then tattoo my dick bright blue, like that fire that Godzilla shoots out. So it looks like Godzilla's shooting fire at King Kong, dude. That's like number 3 on my list of successful things. And then number 4 is,
Well, as long as it hangs to the left.
hey, that's a cool ass. It'd be like from the waist down, but I was like, hey, or I got this other idea. Find somebody who's an artist, okay? That's never tattooed before but wants to. And I want to have them start on my big toe here and go, the first tattoo they ever did starts on my toe. And then they're no good. And they go up my whole entire leg, my whole body, but split me like this. And from the neck down on this whole side of me, asshole, half my dick, half my nuts, everything. Tattoo all the way up to my neck. And by the time they get here, they'll be good. So then you go to a tattoo convention, right? That's a fucking amazing piece of art, dude. The transition of an artist from their first tattoo of how horrible they were all the way up your body to how it gets good. And I have a friend that draws these geometric patterns.
But
like,
what if they just never get it and they
hey,
just suck
then
all the way
I gotta
through?
walk around with like some stick men on me. Fucking like,
And that one part is going to be distorted when you get hard.
hey, imagine though, like, dude, I mean, like, hey, have you heard that shit about a guy gets $100 tattooed on his dick so his old lady can blow 100 anytime she wants?
Right. He can watch his money grow.
Or the guy that gets Poe tattooed on his dick, and then when it gets hard, it says Poe Mike's Bar and Grill, Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Hey, I had this other idea, man, about bowling.
And he does porn, obviously.
Okay, yeah. I think you could get rich doing this, okay? You go to a bowling alley, okay? And you talk to him and say, hey, man, look, I'm not trying to fuck up like goddamn, the league night or anything, but in the off time, I want to come here and not even keep score, and I want to do it like a job. So I come here like 8 a.m. and I bowl nonstop till like 4:30 p.m., like an 8-hour day. I take breaks and a lunch hour, and I do it for 6 months, all right? I don't give a fuck how bad a bowler you are. In 6 months' time, you're going to be a good bowler, right?
Yeah.
Then you go to the fucking, the professional bowlers thing, that like open thing where you like get on, and you get last place. Dude, last place has got to pay $100,000 a year, and you fucking bowl for a job. How?
Yeah, they did a thing on with NASCAR, man, a couple of years back where they were like, it was, I don't know, it's been a bunch of years. So when Jimmy Johnson was still running, right?
Yeah.
And they said, you know, who makes more money, Jimmy Johnson and it was one of those
Starting park
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was like it was an older guy, I forget his name, but anyway, it was, if you break it down by lap run, the guy that finished 43rd, he made more money, dude.
Well, back several years ago, they talked about how much it paid to make the field at Daytona.
Yeah.
And a lot of them guys, if they qualified in and they drove and they started the first lap, went around another lap and parked that son of a bitch, they got $460,000.
That's fucking nuts,
the same thing, Jeremy, with your theory about bowling, dude.
Yeah, they didn't burn up any tires. They bought some fuel. They made a lap.
And they are fucking
They
set.
finished last. That team got $460,000.
What made me think about it is like,
But you still got to make the cut.
the only sport I could do is
Yeah.
bowling or darts.
It's like golf, the U.S. Open.
Yeah.
Any golfer can play in the U.S. Open. You got to place so high in 2 qualifying events. But then if you make the U.S. Open,
You're not broke.
well, no, you still got to make the cut. You still got to do good enough on Friday or Thursday and Friday to make the cut. And if you make the cut, if you finish dead last
You rich.
on Sunday, you still got $50,000.
You know, and bowling is not that hard. Like a golf, you couldn't in 6 months. You couldn't get that.
That's a good plan.
But
Right.
bowling,
No, that's a
you
good plan,
could.
dude.
You know what I mean? Hey,
Jeremy, that's a good plan.
and then here's what I
A
thought
bowl
too.
for 6 months.
As you tell the
And then-
bowling alley, say, look, I'll put your fucking name of your bowling alley on my shoulder when I get on the professional tour for sponsorship. So don't make me pay
Right.
for the fucking alley time.
Right.
It's a solid plan, dude.
There you go.
Yeah, that ain't bad
I'm
at all,
just
man.
lazy
Sure.
though. You know, it's like I want to do nothing and get success. You know, like,
Why do you think we're doing this?
hey, I love
All
it.
right. I gotta stop here.
Uh-oh. Because we're out of drinks.
We are out of drinks,
I'm gonna smoke a bowl.
and we are going.
That
to
is legal in Missouri, so you can say
Fucking
that
A,
now.
man.
Yes.
Fucking A.
We are going to continue this next week. But until then, you have just watched another episode of Stu Him Productions Presents.
J&M, solve the world. I have been James.
And I've been Matt. And on behalf of Ray, Vez, and on the phone, Dwight, you keep one fist in the gold, 1 foot in the gutter, and we will be seeing you.
Peace.